guys, how are you today? This is just a quick update video on what's going on with Wendy Williams. Now, if you watch my channel, you know I've been following this story very closely with my co-host Rich Andrew, and we are just really shaken by this because there's something wrong with Wendy. She's intoxicated with something, and you could just see it. I mean, it's no hiding it. It's just plain view. And so we've been talking about how sad and hurtful this is for us to watch this happen. Well, I guess Friday was the worst of them all. She was supposed to be talking about Adele, the singer. She kept calling Adele the wrong name. She put an H, I think she called it Hodel. She was forgetful. She was not with cognate at times. It was just really bad. And fans poured out. People asked me, like I said, to look into it. Someone said, Sherelle, something didn't look right with Wendy. Go check it out. You know, is this problem getting worse? Everybody pretty much knows there's something wrong. And we're talking about some kind of substance abuse problem. But there was one fan in particular that reached out and got a response from DJ Booth. Now, he's the DJ that has been with her so many years, and suddenly she fired him last month, maybe a couple months ago, for allegedly something she did while she was drunk. She was drunk and did inappropriate things to herself, and as a part of the cleanup act, allegedly he was fired. But I guess Friday was the worst of them all, where they couldn't hide it. They've been trying to hide it for a while, and I've been saying this. Let me get to what the posting said, and then I'll go into the rest. Okay, so this is what a fan wrote. Wendy, you need to stop your show and seriously get help. Your camp is just watching you spiral instead of help. Shame on them. I'll be boycotting the show until you get checked into rehab. Drugs will kill you. Please get help. Now, I did not look at this, me personally, as shade. I looked at this as a concerned fan. You guys have to remember, when you are a fan of someone, you pull for them. You stand by their side. It's like you feel like you know them. I do not think this was shade in any kind of way. I think it was a concerned fan. And this is how DJ Booth responded. He says, exactly, and it will all come out. Y'all have no idea what's really going on, and everyone there is afraid to speak up because they don't want to lose their jobs. This is going to play out bad. I feel sorry for the workers and victims. Have a blessed day. I felt he also wasn't throwing shade. I feel like he could have said a lot worse. I believe his words. Listen, it's obvious Wendy's on something. I think that she's on something. I personally think it's drugs and mixed with a little bit of alcohol. But I just feel like she's on drugs just because of her behavior and the way that she acts. It's so sad. I know I was talking about it a couple of videos ago with Rich Andrew, and he was saying that he thinks it's the divorce that broke her. But I don't even know if I necessarily agree with that. We don't know how long she's been suffering from substance abuse. And she could have kept it from her husband, Kevin. He could have helped cover it up. This could have been going on for a long time. All I know is, at this point, the past doesn't matter. It's all about the future. No, the present. What's going on right now? That makes it a very uncomfortable work environment. If you know your boss is dealing with this monster known as addiction, you're always on edge. You don't know what that person's going to say. You feel like you have to watch them. Also, your job is on the line. What if she just can't make it one day at all? Like I said before, the networks have been keeping their eye on her ever since she fainted. And when she said she fainted from Graves' disease, her job has been in jeopardy ever since then, even though they renewed her contract. It was like a let's wait and see situation. Is she going to get her act together? Is she not? Now, she went to rehab in recent times, right before they got the divorce. Remember, Kevin was going with her. And then after that, she went earlier this summer, and she said that it was because of the being isolated from the pandemic is what really drove her back into substance abuse and drinking. This is just hard to watch. I'm going to tell you guys my opinion, and it's only my opinion. We're going to have an adult conversation about this. I feel, as a person that has dealt with someone with substance abuse, a very close person to me, I feel that almost it's your duty to try to step in and help a couple times. Maybe one time, maybe two times. If you're a repeat offender and you've been to rehab multiple times like Wendy has, this is just my opinion, and I really love Wendy. I respect her, but something's wrong, okay? She has an alleged problem. After you do your due diligence, there is nothing more you can do. I feel, this is just my opinion, we'll have an adult conversation about that, that person has to be ready. Will be Wendy's second time in rehab within the last 3 years. She was upfront about early on in her career how she was actually hooked. I think she said crack. I think it was crack, because she was crying when Whitney Houston passed away and shared that with us, that, you know, she was really bad addicted at one time herself. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think she said it was crack. There is something going on, but you can't help Wendy at this point. No one can help Wendy but Wendy. It's my opinion, and I know everyone thinks different. We'll have an adult conversation, that after a person gets so far gone, you have to step away. That's what I found out that worked for me. Now, I'm not everyone. That's just my experience. I'm sure you guys will give me yours in the comments section. I felt with a person that was very close to me that I've done all I can do. It's time for me to wash my hands. I feel that the show needs to be canceled. Wendy needs to save Wendy. I was talking to Rich Andrew the other day. He said, if they cancel that show, she'll really go over the deep end. But you have to understand, and I know a lot of people feel like that, like this is what's keeping her going, is this job. She's responsible for a lot of people's jobs. You cannot leave that in the hands, in my opinion, of someone that's suffering what she's going through right now. I feel that she's been to rehab a couple times, never stop until it works. They need to close down immediately, and she needs to try again with this rehab. Maybe a different rehab center, I don't know. But she can never stop trying and going to rehab. But as far as what DJ Booth is accusing the staff of doing, silently watching her, everyone's too scared to stand up. What can they do? What can the staff do? Step in and say, excuse me, Miss Wendy, are you high today? You might need to go sleep it off. What can they do? This is a bad situation to be in, especially if you work for her. You don't know if you're crossing the line between concerned and not minding your own business. I mean, it's just a lot that we have to talk about. I think the show needs to be canceled right away, and she needs to go try rehab again, and maybe next time when she comes out, try life without the show. That's just what I think. And then maybe when she's healthy enough, and we've seen she had a couple good years or months under her belt, then maybe come back. But right now I feel like her health is in jeopardy. Dealing with an addiction is a hard thing, and it's different for different people, and that's just my suggestion. But and DJ Booth saying that people are being enablers, or just, no, he didn't say enablers, excuse me. He said people being too scared to speak up. What are you supposed to do in that situation? Speak up to your boss? Maybe you try that. Maybe that's why she fired you. Those are the rumors, is that, she was drunk and you didn't do anything at all. It was on her. This is a difficult situation. I don't know if I have all the answers. I'm just saying what I think might work. Why don't you guys give me your opinions of what you think might work? Hard to watch. I don't care if you're a Wendy fan or not. It's just hard to see someone struggle. Well, for me, it's very hard. And if I worked for you guys, if I worked for her, you guys got to start sending out those resumes. It's not looking good. It's just not. Okay, you guys, let's have an adult civil conversation. We don't have to fight with each other because we don't have the same opinions. If you have a personal experience with someone that's been, has a substance abuse problem, let me know. Or if you have yourself, let me know how you guys handle it. This is a very delicate and hurtful situation at the end of the day. Wendy in her prime, no one could beat her. And it's just sad for me, maybe not for you, to watch her go downhill like this. But let's talk about it in the comment section. Excuse me. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. It does wonders for my video. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys in the comment section. We have a lot to talk about. Bye for now.